You know, there was a time, Dave, when I asked you on a date.
Wait a minute. Turn off the cameras. Clear the audience. Turn off the cameras. Oh! My one chance at being Mr. Big Shot, and he turns off the cameras. Now, what are you talking about?
Well, when I was first on the show, which was about 4 years ago, I guess, or something, for Steel Magnolias,
Yeah.
I thought we had a delightful conversation. And
How do you think it's going tonight?
pretty well.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
but I probably won't be asking you on a date after the show.
I
this
know,
time.
that's bad. That's bad form.
Anyway, so after giving it some thought, I sort of, got up my nerve, and I called back over here because the Steel Magnolias premiere was the next night, and I didn't have anyone to go with me. So I called, and I couldn't get through to you. I could only get to your producer, and I said, well, I'd really like to ask him to be my date.
This is the first I'm hearing of this. As God is my witness, I don't know anything about this.
Well, I was turned down flat, is the point, and I had no date.
Yeah, but how about that haircut, ladies and gentlemen? Is that a haircut there? You betcha. Fat Guy magazine, did you see that?
That's lovely.
Right there,
Yeah, that's nice.
Man, I wish I had known about that. I hope you weren't treated rudely. And if it ever happens again, I'll be happy to go with you anywhere you want to go. You, me, and Lyle, of course. You have some kind of quirk about you physiologically whereby you fall asleep at a moment's notice in odd places.
Well, not at a moment's notice. I get tired.
Yeah, I'm a little sleepy now myself.
Thanks. Nice.
I'm just trying to play along. No.
You want a nap? I'll take over.
But it must be a nuisance for you, a terrible nuisance if this happens.
No, it's actually, it's a great asset because if I have to work like 14 or 16 hours, if I can just catch a little nap. Are you okay?
I just show her and I'll take care of this. There you go.
You're putting your hand in your pocket.
I know. Just for... Oh, thank you very much. Well, we'll take care of this during the commercial. Yeah, do you mind? How about a little music here? Will you turn off the cameras? Hey. Thank you very much.
But tell him to go see my movie.
All right, well, you tell him. I don't even know this person.
No, tell them to go see my movie. That's what you're...
That's what I was doing, and then we had to interrupt it for the personal announcements.
You know how...
All right, let me take care of this. I'll take care of this. Hand me that card. Give me that card.
Be sweet.
I'm being sweet. You think about that when you and your little friend in the Knicks outfit are getting in a cab later, okay? It's just as well that you hung around because it occurs to me that I have not asked you about Lyle Lovett. Can you tell us about that situation? Is it any of my business, or would you like to leave now?
Now, did you hear that? See, that's really nice. The audience sort of like, oh, why is he doing that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Because it's sort of tasteless, isn't
No,
it?
come on. Do you mind if I leave now? I don't want you to feel badly because I, too, was married and it didn't really work out.
Are you still friends? Are you
I'm sorry?
Are you still
We
friends?
weren't friends while we were married. She's a lovely woman and has a very nice life for herself now. She's seeing Garth Brooks.
What does that mean?
Country
Things are
thing.
getting out of control. Maybe I should go.
All right, no, but don't go if you're upset.
No, I'm not upset.
Okay, that's all.
Gosh.
All right, relax. Good Lord, get a hold of yourself. Stop it! Stop it! And what's the last thing you cooked recently after the holidays?
Lasagna.
Lasagna. It's labor intensive, that lasagna, isn't it? Takes a long time to make the lasagna.
Not really. I
How
mean,
long does it take you to make a lasagna?
about 20 minutes, and then you put it in the oven,
it
and
takes-
it cooks for about 45 minutes.
45
and then
minutes,
it's-
but you got to
then
stand
it's
there and make sure nothing goes wrong, right?
You know, just you're just watching it the whole 45 minutes.
You got to keep your eye on it.
Viewing time.
You don't want it to explode or nothing like that, do you?
What's your favorite food?
Yeah, I make meatloaf. I started making meatloaf. A lot of guys play golf and they get to be middle-aged. Not me. I started making meatloaf.
So you cook loaves of meat.
Yeah, I cook loaves of meat. Yeah, it's great. I love it. The best thing about meatloaf, you can't do anything wrong. You can't screw up a meatloaf.
I guess you can't.
No. Have you made a meatloaf?
I have, yes.
It's fun, isn't it? You can whop, 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 whop. Bingo! Up them into the oven, there you go. And the house just smells great for months and months and months. You know, I cooked one Saturday night. People would be coming to the house on Labor Day. Did you have meatloaf in the last decade? It's that powerful, and man, it's tasty.
You have to take it out of the oven.
Mashed potatoes. You like the mashed potatoes? Mm-hmm. How do you make the mashed potatoes?
You cook them up and you mash them up.
Exactly. It's like a conversation you'd have on a really bad date, isn't
No,
it?
not a bad date, just with a slow start.
You slow start, but I can tell you, if this were a date, it ain't going nowhere. Don't you think? I mean, I don't mean. Oh damn! Now I've offended you. No, I don't mean on your behalf. I mean on my behalf. I'm such a lout. You see what I'm saying? I'm such a lout. You've got me tongue-tied here because I'm just a boob, and look at who you are.
Oh, sweet.
It was sweet, wasn't
It'll
it?
be
in
okay.
my own clumsy way. It was kind of sweet. Yeah.
We were talking during the commercial that I have been on the show. It has been almost
Since
10 years
1988.
since I've been doing this show.
Right.
And do you remember the time that I was just walking by while
came
you were,
in.
and I
That's
came
right.
in just
That's
to
right.
say hello and it was my birthday.
Oh, that's right.
And
I do
you gave
remember
me that beautiful painting. Remember?
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
It looked like it just looked like someone had sort of thrown up a crayon box on a big canvas, but it was quite expensive. Do you remember?
Oh, I remember this.
yes,
We
of
were
course. Quite
displaying displaying art on Paul's organ.
Yes.
Excuse the expression every night.
Thanks, no problem.
Yeah.
You can put it that way. That's what we gave her, of course.
Do you still have that?
I do. It hangs over my fireplace, and I'm hoping it'll catch on fire.
There you go. All right, now, Julia, these are questionnaires that we passed out to the audience. So we said that you were going to be a guest, and do they have questions? And they wrote the little questions. And these are completely confidential, so nobody gets embarrassed, all right?
All right.
Our first question is from a guy named Larry Stevens, who lives right here in Manhattan.
Larry Stevens,
It's
wasn't
a
that
joke. Not much of a joke, I'm sorry. All right, what's your favorite place to visit in the United States? Favorite
In
place
the
to visit?
United
In the United
States.
States, yeah. You get this right, you're going to dinner.
Well, home, because I do kind
Home?
of just visit
Yeah.
home.
Where do you
really.
consider home?
Here.
Right here in New York City?
Yeah.
So New York City is your
Or
favorite
like
place?
right here with you, baby.
Well, that concludes the question and answer portion of tonight's show. We're running a little late. Good night, everybody. Are you involved with anybody right now? Are you dating anybody right now?
Well, not successfully.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John. I'm not sure the appropriate response is yeah. Happens to be Julia Roberts we're talking about here.
This is a long-standing
Not one of your
flirtage.
roadie friends.
I used to think that the gap between your teeth was bigger. Is it closing in?
You know, it has closed in. It has. My bite is constantly shifting. In fact, I'm in the middle of a lengthy, painful dental procedure right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm having everything changed and moved around in my mouth.
Why?
Well, you like rotating your tires. You should do it every now and then. But it's getting closer.
Because I used to have a big gap.
I know, you
between
had a huge
my
one.
front
And did it close?
It closed in just because it wanted to.
Yeah. Is it affected by seismic activity?
That's one way to put it.
Oh!
This is like
I
what's
know.
happening with
I
us?
don't know.
It's like Chuck
Have you been
Woolery.
drinking?
No, I haven't been drinking. I don't drink. Do you drink?
On the odd occasion.
Yeah, I gave it up. I had to give it up.
Really?
Yeah, because I started drinking when I was like 16, drank right through high school, drank right through college, and just kept drinking.
You're telling me tales.
Oh, no, I'm not.
You are.
I used to go to doctors, and they said, Dave, your liver is the size of a footlocker, son. And that's when I said, well, I guess I've had enough to drink, and I haven't had anything to drink in like 20 years or so. Yeah.
How old are you?
50.
You are not.
I'm 50.
You're not.
What are you thinking, like
When's
60?
your
More like
birthday?
60? 4/12/47.
For January, February, March, April.
Mm-hmm.
So you're an Aries?
I guess.
That explains a lot.
What do you mean that explains it? What does that mean? What kind of a snide thing is that to say?
It's not snide.
How old are you?
29,
29, you're just a kid. You're going to be 30. When are you going to be 30?
October.
What are you going to do? Just go nuts for your 30th birthday?
Yes, and I'll just sit around waiting for the really expensive, nice gift you're going to send me.
I will.
Ring size 5.5. Not to drop any hints.
Yeah. Wow. What's the deal here?
I don't know, but it's fun. We have to entertain these good people who have come out on this fine,
they've had
fine
plenty of
day.
entertainment. Well, we have to go. All too stupid, isn't it? Oh, man. Are we still on?
Okay, quick, do it again.
Someone's pounding on the desk. We asked them to stop that? We'll be right back with Blues Traveler. Is there a lot of music written for oboe?
Wow, man, I haven't seen you in 6 months, and this is what we're going to talk about?
It's Paul's fault. It's Paul's
No,
fault.
but
I
Paul
begged
did-
him to come up with some questions.
But you started with what? Boxers?
Boxers or briefs? Yeah, that's what I was really interested in.
Thong, actually.
My age. I can't.
Yeah. Eventually, it all comes out here on the Letterman show. Do you ever go out? Because someone asked me, someone said, so, you're friends with Dave, right? And I would like to say the answer is yes. I've never seen you outside the studio. Has anyone ever seen him anywhere? Where do you go? Where do you go?
I have a limited calendar of very kind of specialized activities that well, I'm usually on the internet on one of the chat rooms. There's nowhere to go. I don't. First of all, I'll tell you why I don't go out. People don't want me out.
Is there some kind of mandate on you?
Yeah, more or less, yes. People were more comfortable when I'm at home in the house, and so am I. Now, where do you go when you go out? And maybe we'll go out together one day.
You don't even get me started. No, don't even get me started on that. On the long time ago, I asked Dave on a date. I haven't let it go because he said,
What'd I say?
busy, sorry. Later for you. Later for you.
I think she's making that up, but we should go someplace. Do you like truck racing?
I like the big trucks.
No, the
Big
monster.
trucks. The monster trucks.
monster trucks.
I'm hurting you, aren't I?
Well, I had to go.
There's
to
so
get
much
the
joy
monster.
that it's
Yeah,
painful.
But you don't have to go out. Just because we're in show business, you don't have to go out. A lot of people think you have to go out. You don't go out, for heaven's sake.
No, I go out, but I don't go out.
Yeah, well, that's me too.
Yeah, I
don't
just go out.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think you go out.
I've been out. I have been out.
On a sort of work release program.
All right, let's go. I have the tape measure.
Okay. How do you want to work this?
Well, stand up. Paul? Paul, bring me some. And I need some kids and some chalk. Okay.
It's going to be bigger than you think.
You want to do this in inches or centimeters?
Should I suck in? Pull it tight.
25
That's
inches.
disappointing to you, isn't it?
25 inches.
Shall we do you now? Can you explain this Western belt that you're wearing?
we can,
we talk about this?
I make them at the house when I'm not going out.
Do a little leather
I
here.
do a little hand.
I'll do this for
a
you.
little hand tooling.
A little hand tooling. It's nice. It's, a choice.
I'm a cowboy.
What?
I am a cowboy.
Walk like a cowboy.
Are you gonna? Well, that's because Mom tied the diapers wrong. Are you doing me or you're not doing me?
Oh, I'll do you. Okay.
Don't break a rib. What do you got there?
33.
33. Now, were you worried about me when you?
I was very worried about you.
Yeah.
I was very worried.
Do you have any questions about the surgery? Because I know a lot of
Okay,
times,
yes.
if we talk about it, it puts your mind at ease a lot of times.
Well, I just want to make sure they did a thorough, and I saw your medical staff on the show, and they seemed like capable people. But
Yeah.
did they check for sponges and stuff? Because a lot of
Like
times that stuff gets
car
left
keys,
in.
that kind of stuff? No.
Yeah. Beepers.
I'll tell you what they do. They shave you up like a lab monkey.
Now, at what point do you think that you'll actually take off your shirt and give us all a peek? Not that I'm asking you to. Do you still have stitches?
No, everything's gone.
Really?
Yeah.
They already took the stitches out?
Yeah, well, there's no stitches. They all kind of dissolve, and then the important ones stay there.
Forever.
Yeah, well, you hope forever.
Vitamin E is very good for scars.
Is that right? Well, good. I'll look into that. But I as far I would take my I'd undress and everything, and I would. But I look like somebody's been throwing scissors at me.
Oh, honey. But chest scars are very sexy.
You think so?
Yes.
Well. Julia, before we break for a commercial.
You look good. You look really
Thank you.
good.
I feel good. I'm telling you, this visit here tonight is adding 10 years to my life.
David,
Did you do your own stunts?
what's your middle name?
Michael?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to talk about if you're going to go to that place
Well, now, what are you talking
where
about?
you're trying to, just sock it to me just a little bit
just,
in the name of fun.
Yeah, it's all in fun. It's all for charity, by the way.
I would just like to say that there was a time, I've been doing this show, how long would you say, Paul?
Forever.
Yeah. Forever, like
Since you were,
14, 15?
Since, at least, since the 80s,
Right.
since the mid-80s.
Yeah, 14, 15 years.
Mystic Pizza?
Okay, and there was a time
Am I right? Right?
What did you say?
Did I say Mystic Pizza?
Mystic Pizza.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
Okay. There was a time. There was a time when I felt as though, and this could have been my own fantasy, but some concurred. I felt as though I was I use the term loosely, David Letterman gal.
Right. Right. I agree with that.
Okay.
That's how I always felt that way.
Okay. However, and then it was, I shared you with Sarah Jessica Parker.
She's
I
very
enjoy
nice.
her.
She's very nice.
So that's okay.
She's a very nice woman.
And now any woman
Uh-oh, here we go.
that comes on the show, and in particular, I was particularly disheartened not so very long ago watching the show from my sick bed.
Oh, you weren't feeling well. What's the
Well,
matter?
not after watching the show.
A lot of people have that reaction.
It seems to be just any gal,
Okay, now may I...
any gal will do.
May I defend myself? Now,
You
I'm not
yeah.
saying that this perception is accurate or inaccurate. I'm not, and I couldn't make this, but I'll tell you what it is. Here's what happened. About a year ago, I had heart surgery.
Yes, I know this.
And
I
now,
appreciate
and
for
now,
you.
against my will, blood is going to parts of my body that it hadn't been going to.
Wow.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Julia.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Do you want to take an audience poll?
Go ahead.
All right. Well,
This
wait,
is
let me
not
poll
going
you.
very well.
Okay.
I'm going to poll you first.
Yeah.
No, the problem was you guys, you buried your lead. You sold it all in the beginning, so we all know what you're up to.
Right.
So my question for the audience would be, those of you who, and I'll go with it, those of you who want Paul to ask a question, clap your hands right now. That's pretty hearty. Okay, those of you who don't want Paul to ask a question, clap your hands.
So, Julia, you getting laid these days? Wasn't that what I was supposed? I thought that's what I was supposed to say.
What's wrong with you?
I thought that was the question. Isn't that what you meant?
What's the matter?
I thought that's what.
Are you
I don't
nuts?
know. I thought.
Are you just nuts?
I guess.
Oh.
See, I'm not so crazy after. Not so nuts.
All right, we'll be over here. How about a fanfare?
Bad Paul.
Oh my!
How bad Paul? Say bad Paul. Bad Paul.
Thanks, Paul. Oh, I always thought you lived in California. Do you not live in California?
No, I've never lived in California.
Never lived in California?
I've lived in New York City.
You've always
since I
lived
was
in New York City.
17 years old.
That's fantastic. How come that I don't see more of you if you live here in New York City?
Dave, don't get me started.
What does that mean?
Please don't get me started.
Don't get you started because it's something good, or don't get you started because it's something bad?
No, because I've invited you places.
Oh, that's not true. Now, come on, don't even.
that's
No.
not- I'm asking you not to go there. Now you're saying no.
Now, here's how I remember this. One time,
No, not the one time,
One
1,000
time,
years ago.
a mutual
No.
friend-
I've invited you to a party, and you said, "Okay, I'll be there." And then
Did I?
You. This is what he did. It was actually really good. No, it was really good because instead of just being a no-show, you sent a case of champagne.
Well, come on, how about that? But my God.
Sent a case of champagne saying, "Thanks, but I'm not coming."
That's right. But you know why? I have that social anxiety disorder.
Then take some Paxil.
No, I'm not. No. But that's my point. You take on the commercial for that, and it's the guy saying, "Oh, I got social. I don't like to leave the house." Well, that's me. I don't like
you don't
leaving
like
the house.
to leave this. Is it because it's so cold in here you can't go anywhere? That's like
That's right.
over 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Now, but I know you spent some time out west, and that must be a great experience. Can you describe a little bit of what that's like for you when you're out west? You have a place out west?
You make me sound like I'm a gold miner
No.
out west.
Well, I don't want to be too specific about where it is, but it's in the west.
Happy trails. Oh, are you doing that, sir? Who's that man? No, my friend Will is doing it. That's okay.
But is there anything you can tell us about what your life is like out there? Because we don't know anything
I
about
live
what
in
you
this.
do.
I have a house in the Southwest, which perfectly complements my perfect life in New York City.
In the Northeast.
New York City.
Yeah.
Best place in the world.
And is it like a ranch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ranchish.
Ranchish. And do you have animals?
I do.
Like horses?
I have horses.
Uh-huh. And do you have people taking care of the horses?
Yes.
And are they like cowboys and wranglers?
Actually, they are kind of cowboys. My friend Mike and Marcus.
And when you go out there, what is it like? Do you ride the horses?
I ride the horses. I play with the dogs.
What kind of dogs do you have?
All dogs from the pound.
Oh, God bless you. That's great. How many do you have?
We have 10.
10 dogs. They're ranch dogs? They're running around all the time having a good time?
Yeah, they
That's
love
great.
it. They're
That's
great. Yeah.
Do you get up bright and early, sun up, sunrise?
Sun up.
Yeah. Do you have a big breakfast?
I love a big breakfast.
Oh, who doesn't?
Well, somebody.
No, everybody loves a big breakfast.
Well, I love a big breakfast.
yeah.
I don't always get it, but I love a big breakfast.
And then you go out riding and stuff?
No, I'm not. No. I mean, not every morning.
No, but
There are chores to be done and things to do, and it's just kind of like regular life, or sometimes I just kind of do.
Now, when you say
nothing.
chores to be done, you mean yell at the help? See, there, I said it now. That's it. She ain't coming back.
No, you're confused. We're talking about my house, not your house.
Okay.
This is all we have left is to pretend like we have animosity between.
We have no animosity. I
No.
think the world of you. I've always thought
It's just,
the world
but
of you.
our relationship has gone on too long.
What does that mean? It's
'cause
no
we're
longer
just
viable?
not-
It's no.
no.
You mean You mean
No.
we've grown apart?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mentioned this earlier. You're like good friends with Oprah.
She's my best friend.
Oh, stop it. She's your best friend?
Didn't you see me on the Oprah show not long ago where I
Well-
said, my best friend Oprah?
Yeah, I TiVo'd that, and I'll get to it soon. I haven't had a chance, it builds up. But she came to your home, Oprah did.
Yes.
Now, what was that like? Was that good to have Oprah in your house?
It was fabulous, She is one of the people in the world that you watch and you feel like you know, and you feel like she's educated you and shared things with you for so long, and then you meet her, and of course the hopes are too high that she could ever be the person that you imagine her to be, that nice and that loving and that sweet. And she's actually more than all of those things.
Well, you know what impresses me about her? Because Oprah's got a TV show, I got a TV show.
Yes.
But you take a look at Oprah, she's gone beyond television. She, in fact, in many ways defines American culture. And that's a pretty powerful thing to be doing.
I think she's the most powerful.
Oh, without question, the most
You
powerful.
and I look like we're napping compared to
That's right.
what she does.
No, she makes this thing look like a student film. And that's why. But that's why I've always felt bad that she doesn't like me. But things are starting to improve, so we're very excited.
Have you ever, and I'm sorry that I don't know more about
That's
this
all right.
relationship or lack thereof, but have you ever talked to her?
Well, it's interesting. The last time I had a conversation with her was years and years ago, and I called her up and I said to Oprah, "We're bringing the show to Chicago. We would love for you to be a guest or just walk out and say hi, and here's the date and so on and so on. Gosh, please think about it." And Oprah said, "I am totally out of town.
Okay,
I am totally out of town," is
right.
what she said.
Well, she just didn't want you to think she was kind of out of town. She was like fully and totally out of town.
Yeah, to be clear.
I'm not a little out of town.
No,
I
that's
like
right.
couldn't be more out of town.
That's right. She's totally out of town. She was
right.
not straddling the county line. She was totally out of town.
Out of town.
Well, yeah, out of town.
Okay, well, let me ask
That
you
was
this.
the last conversation we had.
Okay, well, that's okay. That's
But
not a bad
she
conversation.
sent lovely baby gifts, though. So that's a good sign. That was very sweet.
Okay,
yeah.
that's nice because I haven't done that.
Let-
Let me ask you a question. Not yet. I haven't done that yet.
It's not expected. It's not required, not expected.
Well, I want to send a gift to the mother of your child. Let me ask you this. Wait, no. I have a question though.
God.
Have you ever been on the Oprah show?
No.
Have you ever been invited to be on the Oprah show?
No.
Are you certain?
Well, yeah. Why would I lie about a thing like that?
I don't know, maybe
I'd be
you-
proud to be invited on the Oprah show.
Really?
What American wouldn't?
It's very true. Maybe the thing to do to make her feel more comfortable,
Right.
because she's a loving, vibrant, fabulous person.
I know
She's
that.
my best friend. The next time I go on the Oprah show, I'll go +1. I'll take you with me.
Great. Thank you. That'll be good. That's lovely. Thank you. All right. Okay. We're trying to work this Super Bowl of love thing, with
Yeah.
Dr. Phil. I think Dr. Phil is a good conduit to Oprah.
Have you been on the Dr. Phil show?
No, but Dr. Phil's been here.
Maybe you should talk to Dr. Phil about some of your...
Geez, has it really been 2 years?